Ever caught yourself gazing at your bank statement, scratching your head and wondering where all your hard-earned dough disappeared to? You the only one. It's a tale as old as time, a riddle tougher to crack than an Agatha Christie whopper. But hold the phone, the answer ain't as slippery as a soap on a wet floor. We've all had our money troubles at some point. Maybe it's those pesky bills that stack up faster than pancakes at breakfast. Or perhaps it's that dream vacation that seems as far as Pluto. But don't throw in the towel yet. With a dash of money smarts, a sprinkle of grit, and a dollop of good old common sense, we can all grab the bull by the horns and boss our money around. And that's where we step in. In this video, we're gonna spill the beans on 7 super simple but killer ways to get a grip on your green. From keeping an eagle eye on your spending to shooting for the stars with long-term goals, we've got your so strap in as we hit the road on this wild ride to financial savvy town. First things first, you can't manage what you can't measure. That's why tracking your spending is like the Sherlock Holmes of your finances. It's all about the details. You see, once you start tracking where your money goes, you'll uncover the mystery of your spending habits. And you might just find out that your love for gourmet coffee is the villain in your financial story. Now, how do we track our spending, you ask? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer here. Some of us might find it easier to use budgeting apps that basically do the detective work for us. Others might prefer the old-school method of jotting down every expense in a notebook. And for the tech-savvy folks, a good old can do the trick. The key is to choose a method that works for you and stick with it. Consistency is the name of the game here. Once you've tracked your spending for a while, it's time to take the next step: creating a budget. Imagine your budget as a financial roadmap. It helps you navigate through your income, essential expenses like rent and groceries, savings goals, and yes, even your discretionary spending. That's right, budgeting doesn't mean you can't enjoy your life. It just means you're doing it in a financially responsible way. Now, creating a budget might feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube at first. Remember, it's all about balance. Start by allocating funds for your essential needs. Then, set aside money for your savings goals. And lastly, designate a portion of your income for discretionary spending. Remember, your budget should reflect your financial reality, not an idealized version of it. So if a movie buff, go ahead and include a movie night category in your budget. In the end, the goal of tracking your spending and budgeting is not to restrict you, but to empower you. It's about gaining control over your finances and steering them in the direction you want. Remember, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more financial wisdom. Now that we've established a budget, let's talk about building some healthy financial habits. Remember that old saying, "A penny saved is a penny earned"? Well, it's time to put that into practice. Prioritizing savings is like investing in your future self. It's about setting aside a portion of your income regularly, whether it's a small amount or a large chunk, for an emergency fund or future goals. You might be thinking, but I barely make ends meet. Believe it or not, even saving a tiny bit from your paycheck can make a huge difference over time. It's like planting a seed. It starts small, but with consistent care, it grows into a sturdy tree. Now, let's introduce a game-changer concept: paying yourself first. No, it's not about splurging on that designer bag or the latest gaming console as soon as you get your paycheck. It's about automatically transferring a portion of your income to your savings before you start spending. Think of it as putting on your financial oxygen mask first before helping others. So how do you do this? Easy peasy. Most banks offer automatic transfers. This means you can set up a system where a certain amount from your income goes straight into your savings account even before you see it. Out of sight, out of mind, right? The beauty of this method is that it takes the decision-making process out of the equation. No more battling with the temptation to spend that extra money. It's almost like your future self thanking you for that Caribbean vacation you've been dreaming about, or that comfortable retirement you aspire to have. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Similarly, your savings won't multiply overnight. It's a process. It's about making small, consistent contributions to your savings that over time will accumulate and grow. The key here is consistency. Small savings can eventually lead to big results. So, keep at it, and before you know it, you'll be sitting under the shade of that sturdy tree you planted with your savings. Now, let's move beyond the basics and make some conscious choices. Imagine the aroma of a home-cooked meal. Not only does it tantalize your taste buds, but it's also a treat for your wallet. Yes, you heard that right. Cooking more often is an excellent way to save money. Eating out, while convenient and tasty, often costs more per meal than home-cooked food. Plus, when you're the chef, you can control what goes into your dishes, making it easier to eat healthily. Consider this. A meal planning strategy that incorporates budget-friendly ingredients can be a game changer for your bank account. And who knows, you might even discover a hidden culinary talent. Now how about a challenge? No, not the kind that involves a hot pepper or a bucket of ice. We're talking about a no-spend challenge. This is where you pick a period, say a weekend, a week, or even a month, and commit to spending $0 on non-essentials. It's a bit like a financial detox, flushing out those unnecessary expenses and giving your savings a healthy boost. You'll be amazed at how much you can save by simply resisting that drive-through coffee or that impulse online purchase. During this challenge, creativity becomes your best friend. Instead of going to the movies, how about a movie night at home? Or perhaps a picnic in the park instead of a restaurant meal? It's all about finding alternative ways to enjoy your leisure time without breaking the bank. But let's not forget, this isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making conscious choices on where your money goes. It's about realizing that every dollar you don't spend on a non-essential item is a dollar that could be going towards your savings, your dreams, or your financial security. So it's time to don that apron, sharpen those budgeting skills, and embrace the no-spend challenge. After all, the journey to financial well-being is not just about making money, but also about wisely managing what you have. Remember, every dollar you don't spend is a dollar saved. Alright, we're nearing the end of our journey. Let's talk about the long term. You see, financial wellness isn't just about surviving the here and now, it's about thriving in the future. It's about setting sights on the horizon and plotting a course to get there. Let's dive into this with tip number 7, set financial goals. Goals give us a sense of direction. They provide a target to aim for, a finish line to cross. But remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So, how do we turn these wishes into reality? By breaking them down into smaller, achievable steps. Think of your financial journey like a road trip. You wouldn't set off without knowing your destination or the stops along the way, right? Your financial goals are your destination, and the smaller steps are the pit stops. For example, if you're aiming to buy a house, break it down. Start with saving for the down payment, then move on to securing a mortgage. Divide and conquer, my friends. Now let's sprinkle in a bit of magic. Compound interest. It's the secret ingredient that makes your money grow over time. Compound interest is the interest you earn on your initial investment, plus all the interest that has accumulated over time. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more and more snow as it goes. Even a small snowball can become a huge one if the hill is long enough. And even small investments can grow substantially over the long term, thanks to compound interest. So set your financial goals, break them down into manageable steps, and let compound interest do some of the heavy lifting. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your financial empire won't be either. It's about consistent effort over time, not overnight success. As we wrap up this segment, keep in mind that the journey to financial wellness is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making small, consistent steps towards your goals. Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is now. Now that we've covered our 7 tips, it's time for you to take action. Let's quickly revisit them. Track your spending, create a budget, prioritize saving, pay yourself first, cook more often, challenge yourself with no-spend challenges, and set financial goals. These are not just tips, but stepping stones towards a healthier financial future. Each of us has unique financial circumstances and goals. So, mold these tips to fit your lifestyle. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, but these tips provide solid foundation for anyone looking to manage their better. For further insights, consider exploring reliable sources like the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and Investopedia. Also, don't hesitate to seek professional guidance from financial advisors or relevant financial institutions. They can provide personalized strategies tailored to your needs and goals. Remember, managing your money better starts with you. So, what are you waiting for? And before you go, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out. Also, consider subscribing to our channel for more useful tips and advice. We would love to have you as part of our community. Stay tuned for more.